Art Rogers, chef owner of Lento restaurant. Today I'm going to demonstrate a couple kitchen skills that you may not be familiar with as a home cook. Alright, we're going to fillet a red snapper now. This is a little round fish. First thing you want to do, this one's already gutted. If it's not, you want to make sure it's gutted. What I'm going to do is cut right behind the head. All the way down. Still attached. Flip it over. And you want to run your knife along the top fin. Pretty much the key is to follow the bone. See that? There's the bones right there. I'm just running my knife along the bone, separating the flesh from the bone. Once you get that first cut and you get in there, just want to make sure you aim your knife down so you keep as much meat on the fillet and not any attached to the body as you can. Once you separate the back, just keep running your knife down. At this point, the fish this small, if you have a sharp knife, or if you have a strong knife, I should say, you can just cut right through the bones. And there's one little fillet. And then you just do the same thing. It's always, if you talk to your fishmonger, always tell them to leave the head on. That way you have some leverage. You can hold the head. Without the head, you have nothing to hold on to. It makes the fish a lot harder to cut. And the same thing. Just follow the bone.
How do you know you're getting as close as you can to the bone? How do you know you're not going to be carving?
You can feel the fish's bones as long as you keep the tip of your knife. You keep feeling those bones. If all of a sudden it starts to cut real easy, like you're just cutting through flesh, you should stop, flip up, stick your knife back in along the bone. And that way you don't have any waste. And just keep separating it. And again, just cut through to the end. Got two little fillets. See that? There's very little meat left on the body. And then you got these bones still stuck in here. You just the smaller the fish, the trickier it is. But if you have a sharp knife, you just want to sort of run it along the bone. Seems to be the common theme here. Save all this stuff for stock too. It makes nice stock.
The stuff here?
Yeah. Once you want to make sure you take those gills out though. But it works for any size fish. From one this small, it's a little less than a pound, to a 20-pound fish. Same technique. Follow the bone. Once you get to the part where you need to separate the fillet there, where I cut through with my knife. A pair of kitchen shears works well for a bigger fish on that. And then you can clean it up afterwards like I did here and take out those bones. And that's it. It's ready to cook.
Now, how does someone at home cook this, you know, like let's say you just wanted to make a really quick dinner. What's a really quick way to do, let's say a red snapper?
It's just pour it a couple times. Get a pan, smoking hot with oil. This isn't, it's a little embarrassing, this isn't scaled, it should be scaled, which you would just do with the back of your knife before you fillet the fish.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't matter at this point. And smoking hot pan, drop it in the pan, push it with a spatula because a fish like this with the skin on will curl up. About a minute and a half, you want to keep checking it, you don't want it to burn once it's nice and brown. Flip it over. For a fish this small, you can flip it over and turn the pan off. It'll finish cooking just in sitting in the hot pan. You wouldn't even need to put it in the oven or anything like that. And then if you're really industrious, you could have made a stock with the body, some vegetables in the stock, a little swirl of pesto or a little swirl of sriracha or however you like your food. Put a fillet on top, some vegetables in there, and you got yourself a quick half an hour dinner right there.